Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney is facing a challenge from her own Republican Party members ahead of August GOP primary election. A poll conducted by Quinnipiac University last month shows a mere 17% of Republicans across the U.S. approve of Representative Cheney's job as the vice chair on the January 6th House Select Committee. 61% disapprove. According to the Wyoming Secretary of State, 71% of registered voters in Wyoming are Republican. Joining us now is Victoria Eavis. She is a state politics reporter in Wyoming for the Casper Star-Tribune. Victoria, this recent poll from Quinnipiac University indicates waning support for Congresswoman Cheney from her own party. However, this is a national rather than a statewide poll. So based on your own reporting, how do Wyoming residents currently feel about Congresswoman Cheney?
It's hard to say. It's a mixed bag for sure. I think a lot of people definitely do disapprove of the job that she's done, especially after her service in the January 6th committee and especially after she took on such a prominent role in a couple of the hearings. Something a professor pointed out to me the other day that I think is important to remember is a lot of people can say how much they dislike her or say how much they like her and how much they admire her actions on the committee. But how many of those people actually show up to vote is still very up in the air. And I think that that's, the time-old issue with polling like that.
But she has a lot of political capital. Obviously, her father does as well. I mean, does that count for something?
I think it has in the past, for sure, when she didn't face she hasn't faced a tough challenger yet in the primary. So in the past, yeah, voters vote for the name they know. Now that Trump is backing her challenger, that's another big name. So how far that's going to get her this time around is probably waning.
Yeah, well, speaking of other big names, independent and Democratic donors like film producer Jeffrey Katzenberg are coming out in support of Congresswoman Cheney because of her role on the January 6th committee. How might this make a difference in whether or not she'll be reelected?
Yeah. She's swimming in cash. And it shows. She's already put out 3 ads in the last month. She's really ramping things up. But I mean, Hageman has more in-state funds, it seems, from more donors. So I think that those two have to be weighed against each other. But at the end of the day, we always see people who don't raise as much win races. So I think the funding is a tough thing to look at in this race just because of Cheney's national stature.
And in terms of the ongoing January 6 hearings, do you think that could impact Republican voters in the state, or have most already formed a position on them and are unlikely to change their minds at this point?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that it is one of those races, from what I can tell, is that most people aren't undecided anymore. It's just a matter of whether they go out to vote. But one of the things that people who are anti-Cheney these days are saying is it's the impeachment vote angered them, but the January 6th committee service is really what's driving their dislike for Representative Cheney.
And I just want to get back to one point that you just made in terms of the fundraising and financing for both of these candidates, because according to Open Secrets, Congresswoman Cheney has raised significantly more money, as you referenced, than her rival and Trump-endorsed candidate Harriet Hageman ahead of the August primary elections. Hageman, however, as pointed out, has raised more than twice as much as Congresswoman Cheney from in-state donors. So how significant are these figures?
Definitely notable and definitely something the Cheney campaign should be worried about, even though they're swimming in cash. And I'm sure that's going to be even more the case after this month of hearings. The filings were due just the other day, and so I'm sure that that margin between in-state and out-of-state between those two candidates is going to widen even more.
Well, Victoria Eavis, I know you've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of you, and the nation certainly will be watching this race closely now, just about a month away. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.